Men represent households. They represent husbands and fathers and families. And if we can get the men on board with God, the family is going to follow.
I think too much of the church has been feminized. We cater to the female congregation and not want to do anything to irritate them, and it's ineffective. It's that type of sermon is attractive and will raise up men.
Yeah.
Men aren't in the church because they don't hear that.
Yeah, I think that you're totally correct about that. Do you know that 62% of people who attend church in North America are women? The church doesn't have a problem reaching women. You have all these people saying we've got to care more about misogyny and all that. No, the problem is you're pushing men out of the church because the church is not masculine enough. We don't call people to the challenge that God wired men to hear, and to show them how Jesus is the perfect model and example and person to follow for men. I totally agree with you.
Men need to be reached. It is one of the focal points of my ministry. We were talking about it on the way here to the show. One of the first things that I did when I got to Highway 231, I knew I had to galvanize the men because my ministry would not be effective without them. Men represent households. They represent husbands and fathers and families. And if we can get the men on board with God, the family is going to follow. So yes, and we need to hear what he was, really underlining there. We need to hear that Jesus is the name above every other name. He's a name above LeBron. He's a name above Michael Jordan. He's a name above Donald Trump, Joe Biden. Jesus is our Lord and Master. And if we follow him, everything else is going to fall into place. Everything else is going to line up right. And so even as ministers, we've got to underline Jesus, and we definitely have to embolden and empower God's men.